Hey friends and fellow bibliophiles, welcome back to Kat's Novel Adventures, where I will be having another bookish adventure because, I can't believe I'm about to say this, June is literally around the corner. We are about to enter the 6th month of 2023. So I want to share what I'm planning to read in the month of June with you. I am super excited about June because I will be participating in a mini readathon. It is actually a slasher readathon hosted by Kelsi on her Patreon. Kelsi is over at Slime and Slashers, and she has created this slasher readathon from June 1st through June 11th, where when you complete prompts, you actually can build a slasher or killer corn, meaning a candy corn or a corn on the cob. Specifically, we're all going to get 2 corns, and I'm going to get a candy corn and a corn on the cob. However, I'm striving for a candy corn witch. That's what I'm striving for. And in order to do that, I have to complete at least 4 of the 8 prompts to do that. So that's going to be my main goal. I know you're probably wondering why a killer corn on the cob or killer candy corn. Well, that's because if you join Kelsi's Patreon, you become one of her Kelsi corns. And also, Kelsi likes really corny horror movies a lot. So that's how we became the Kelsi corns, and therefore that is why we're dressing up candy corns and corn on the cobs. But looking at the books that I've chosen, I will definitely be able to get both of my corns and dress them up. But as I said, I am striving for that witch corn because I think that would be so cute to have a candy corn witch. First, I want to share the prompts as well as the accessories that you can earn to dress up your killer corns. And then I'm going to share the books that I plan to read in order to create my killer corns. So the first prompt is to read a book ending in an even number of pages. And you can get slasher masks. For prompt number 2, read a book ending in an odd number of pages, and that earns you some glasses. For prompt number 3, read a book set at summer camp or at a carnival, and Kelsi says you can read the whole book or just a few scenes, and that will get you hats and wigs. For prompt number 4, read a book written by a woman. This will get you a mustache or beard, which I think is hilarious because most women don't have mustaches and beards. Prompt number 5, read a book published before 2020. This will get you sharp weapons like a bloody knife, a machete, or an axe. Prompt number 6 is to watch a slasher movie. You get unusual weapons for this one, a bat or a ninja star. For prompt number 7, read a book with only 1 word in the title or a book with more than 3 words. So basically, no book with 2 or 3 words in the title. This will earn you weird or absurd weapons like a water gun or a hockey stick. And then prompt number 8 is to read a book without red on the cover, which was hard for me to find one, just so you know. This is where you will earn your weirdest weapons, and that is a broom or a glass of beer, which I think is hilarious. You know, Kelsi also loves beer. I need number 8 for sure because I need my broom. So these are the books that I am planning to read. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This is going to get me my glasses. I mean, I wear glasses, so I want my little witch corn to be wearing glasses as well. This also will cover the prompt of a book with more than 3 words in the title because this one has 5. Now, so that's why I'm saying if I read this book, I will definitely get my glasses for my witch, but then I can earn something also for my corn. The next book that I've chosen is Welcome to Camp Nightmare by R.L. Stine, another Goosebumps book. I'm always trying to get some goosebumps into my TBRs because they are a lot of fun. I mean, I think they're a lot of fun. But this book will count for prompt number 3 to read a book that's set at summer camp. And this is going to earn me my witch hat, so I'm super excited about that. This can also count for reading a book published before 2020. So therefore, I will earn something for my corn on the cob. And then finally, I'm going to be reading a story out of my Susan Hill collection of stories, and it's going to be Dolly. And this book will count for quite a few things. It's actually a novella, and it will count for reading a book in an even number of pages. It will count for a book written by a woman, which will earn me a mole for my witch. I wish my mole could have a hair in it, but Kelsi couldn't do that. So the mole will have to do without the hair, but I'm okay with that. At least she gets a mole. This will also count for a book without red on the cover, which will earn me my broom, which I'm excited about. So as you can see, all 3 books are gonna get me my accessories for my witch candy corn. As for the slasher movie prompt, Kelsi is hosting a watch party on her Discord, and she is leaning towards showing Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2. However, if I can't make the watch party because I have quite a few things going on in that time period that she's hosting this readathon, I will watch Scream because I am planning on having a summer of Scream where I'm watching all the Scream movies. Also, Scream was one of the host recs for Old School April. It was actually Sarah's from Thrills and Kills. So I'm looking forward to either watching Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 or Scream. Now, out of the 3 books that I have chosen for this slasher readathon, the only one that's truly a slasher story is My Heart is a Chainsaw, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll have a little bit of horror going on. Now, the Camp Nightmare, the Welcome to Camp Nightmare, not really sure what's going on with this, but some of the campers start to disappear, so we'll have to see, is there a creature? Is there a slasher? I'm not really sure, and I'm kind of excited about going into it blind. And as far as Dolly by Susan Hill, this is a ghost story. So, you know, sometimes you tell ghost stories around a campfire, so I think that would be fitting for this slasher readathon. I will be starting another reading project, and I'm kind of excited about this because it is one of my items or aims on my 23 for 2023 list. It's actually number 17, and this book is appearing on my yearly list. This is, I think, the 3rd year, and mainly the reason I haven't gotten to it is because you need to devote a chunk of time to it, at least 12 weeks. That's a little intimidating to me, but I'm finally deciding I'm gonna make the time for it. It's like a course. It's a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. So I am finally going to delve into The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm excited about it for a couple of reasons, because I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to be when I grow up? So in addition to the Artist's Way book, which is going to give me the information, I also got the journal where I'm going to be writing my morning pages. I'm not 100% sure what that entails. However, it means that I will be writing, I think, every day for the next 12 weeks in this journal. So we shall see what's going to happen. I will start the book on June 1st as far as prepping what I need to get ready, because I believe my plan is to go from Sunday to Sunday. And that means this upcoming Sunday would be when I actually start the writing portion of it. But I don't know all the details yet. However, as I go through it, I'm sure that I will share with you from time to time my progress with this new reading project. For my Year of Christie, I am reading The Mysterious Affair at Styles. This is the first book in the Hercule Poirot series. It is about a woman named Emily Inglethorpe who has been murdered, and all fingers are pointing to her husband. However, it is not what it appears on the surface, and Detective Poirot is there to discover the killer. I'm very excited to read this and get back on track with my Year of Christie. I have a couple of book clubs that I will be participating in. And the first one is the Midnight Book Society, which is run by Kelsi, and she has chosen Beloved by Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison won a Pulitzer Prize for this novel. It follows a woman named Seth. It's post-Civil War Ohio. She's an escaped slave. She's lost her husband and a child, and then, has seen all kinds of brutality in her life. And then she settles, I believe, in Denver with her daughter and her mother-in-law. But there's also a supernatural element to this story. I wanted to read this book for quite a while, and I'm excited that I'm finally going to be able to do it. We also, Kelsi and I also run another book club together called Chills, Thrills, and Kills. And we recommended this book for our book club for June. However, if our members are not interested in reading it, then we will not have an additional book for June. We're going to kind of try to take a little break. So that's why we were hoping we could use this one book for both clubs. Because Kelsi and I have been really busy both in April and May. We both participated in readathons. She had one that she created for April. I had one I created for May. Lots of fun, but a lot of work also. As far as FOMO's book club, this is the selection for May and June. It is called The Dance Tree by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. And this is a historical fiction novel. It takes place in 1518, and it is during a period of time where there's a lot of superstition, there's a lot of hysteria, secrets, there is, some relationships where love is at stake, but it also takes place in France. So I think this is going to be an interesting read, something a little bit different than what I normally read, but I'm excited about trying something new. For the Cozy Cottage Book Club, I will be reading A Princess of Wind and Wave by Melanie Sellier. This is actually a fairy tale retelling of The Little Mermaid. This happens to be book 6 in Beyond the Four Kingdoms series. I have not read anything by this author, and I think it's going to be fun, especially since it is a fairy tale, and I love reading fairy tales and reimaginings. I like to see where an author can take an original story and then weave it into another original tale. And then for the middle grade March book club, they have chosen The Parker Inheritance by Varian Johnson. This is going to be a little bit of a mystery where there is a puzzle to solve, and whoever solves the puzzle is in for a treat because they're going to get an inheritance. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. Another new author. A lot of these are new authors to me, so I really like being able to stretch myself and read some other stuff that's usually out of my normal reading, which tends to be horror, thriller, or mystery. Although this is going to be a mystery, new author, and then of course I have my Agatha Christie mystery. And then my last book on my list that I would like to get to is actually really stretching me out of my comfort zone for reading because it's a romance. And it is called Her Perfect Hero. This is by Emma Bennett, who is a friend of mine who lives across the pond. And she primarily writes romance, and then I also think she has written children's books as well, picture books, I believe. But this is about a romance writer and her adventures in maybe finding some love. I'm going into a lot of these books this month blind. I really have not read a whole lot about them because I kind of want to be on an adventure with my reading this month and have no expectations, because sometimes when you go in thinking that the book's going to be one way and it doesn't, sometimes you're a little bit disappointed, because with expectations you also can have some disappointment. Now, with that being said, that's a lot of books on my TBR. However, it's quite possible I may be adding a buddy read in there because my sister is about to get out of her busy season at work, and we are probably going to read another book together. We really have a good time when we do. Maybe something fictional, because we are about to go to Sicily. I said we're about to go. We're not going until September, but we were kind of thinking about choosing a book that has to do with Sicily, whether it's historical fiction or, contemporary. I don't know. I haven't really talked to her yet, but she did say in June that we would pick up with something. So either we're going to read something or we're going to watch something, or maybe both. But I'm very excited about that possibility. So we'll see how I do, because I have a play scheduled for June, I have a concert, and I also have my scrapbooking event. And I have to get ready for that scrapbooking event. So I will be starting that also on June 1st. Lots to prepare so that I can actually get some scrapbooking done at that event. Thanks everyone for stopping by and checking out what I plan to read in the month of June. What are you planning to read in June? Have you read any of the books that I'm planning to read? If so, let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, stay amazing and be adventurous.